everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today is day 5 of Vlogmas, and we're gonna switch it up, do something a little bit different. I am going to be going through and decluttering hopefully quite a few of these single shadows. I guess they're not just single shadows, but like the potted ones that can be used as one and done, or you know, as part of a look. I have quite a few of these. And then I also have a whole giant thing of Super Shocks, which is going to be its own video because I want to swatch all of them. So let's jump right on in to, I know you guys like the clicky sounds. We got lots of little clicking containers to go. Let's start off with this one here. This is from Lime Crime. This is called a lid light. Oh my gosh, we have dust everywhere. This one is in the shade Airy. Do I still have dust on my hand? It looks like this. These are so shiny and pretty. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be keeping this one. Look at the shine on that. I'm sorry if the table is moving. It's kind of hard. These are quite sheer, but they look really nice over top of any look just to get some like light catchiness to it. And I really like the way it feels. Like it feels almost wet, but not. And it definitely looks like that. So that guy is a keep. Next up, I'm going to go into this right here. This is from Kaja. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. These are the bento boxes. I have number 2, Orange Blossom. So you get 3 shimmery shades in here. And then they're just all kind of like connected together. You guys know when I went through my huge orange phase, that's when I got this. So let's take a look at these. Even though I already know, there's one. They are a little tricky sometimes to get the lids open, at least for me. Maybe that's just me. So there we have all 3 colors of Orange Blossom. So next up we have one of these, I think these are called chrome pots or chrome paint from Tarte. Pink Diamonds. This came in like a holiday set. These are, as you can see, quite messy. It has a stopper, but the stopper, I don't know, every time I open them, the stuff is on top of the stopper, so not sure what's going on there. Let me try to get enough on my finger. That's what it looks like here. And then these almost have, again, like a creamy, like, feel to them. They are a little more difficult to blend, I feel. But they look really pretty. They're messy, and I never reach for it because it's messy. I literally have this all over the place. I'm going to part with this one. Next up, we have one of these are my favorite from the Touch and Soul is the brand. These are the Metalist Shadows. I know BoxyCharm had these for a while. This one is Sun Aurora, number 4. This one's kind of, again, there's the little stopper. But this, where that's more loose, this is like more of a pressed formula. Look at that, you guys. The texture on these is unreal. They are very flaky, but oh my gosh, the way that they catch the light, these are absolutely beautiful. And if you don't have a way to get them through Amazon or through BoxyCharm, excuse me, they are available on Amazon. Grab another one here. This is my favorite around the holidays. This is Hollow Mulberry, number 5. This I'm going to definitely set out on top of my desk because it's a favorite for this time of year. You'll see why in just a second. Again, you can see just the lovely texture we got going on there. And this is just such like a Christmassy shade. You have kind of like your pinky purple base with the green reflect in there. Oh, it's so pretty. This with absolutely nothing else, just like this all over the lid with mascara is a great look. Like, look at that shine. Here we have another chrome pot. This is another mini one from Tarte. This is Froze or Rose? Froze. Please don't get all over. Let's see. See, again, with not wanting to like stay in its container, but the color is so pretty. So there that one is. That's like more of a lighter pink with a gold reflect. I do love this one, but it is like a little chunky. And honestly, I feel like I have similar colors and palettes. I even have like a Terra Moons one, but gosh, this is just, okay, this was supposed to make me want to declutter. This is just inspiring me to like keep these out and actually wear them. This is Fire Dancer, you guys. Now, there's a difference between like magenta and red, and this is like a red. This one definitely screams holiday. Let's see if I can get this out of here without making a ginormous mess. So there you can see it in the pot. This one is getting older though, but it looks okay on my finger. Look at that. Like this one definitely isn't as like sparkly shiny, but it's still very like metal looking and reflective. And what I like about it is it's like a real true like red to me, like a very elegant, like classy looking red. So I'm going to hang on to that one. Next up we have this one. This is from Lottie London. It is called Unphased. And again, it's one I really love the color of, but you just gotta be really careful because the stopper doesn't keep the pigment from coming up from the bottom. So let me just, yeah, I'm just gonna swatch it in the lid here. So you can see just how beautiful and shiny that is. This is another favorite for summertime, just because it looks better when I'm more tan. It's just this beautiful bronze. And this was like fairly inexpensive. I think this was like $6 at Walmart. Next up, this one is another favorite of mine that I totally forgot about. This is Wild at Heart. This one is a much, if I can remember correctly, a much more sheer looking one. That's what it looks like on my finger. And yeah, this is one like you're not gonna, especially on its own, like you're not gonna see it as much unless the light hits it. But when the light hits it, it's like, wow. You guys know, I wonder if I could take like some like Mayron like mixing medium and press these pigments. Can I do that? Because if I had these in pressed form, I feel like I would wear them all the time. Next up, we have one from JCat. These are the Chrome Eye or Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse. I have a couple shades in this one. It is Chrome Galaxy. I think for like shine, this is like one of my favorites. These are another really inexpensive brand. Look at that. There is Chrome Galaxy. I'm going to keep it on my hand so you can see it next to the other colors. These are relatively new to my collection, so I'm going to hang on to them. Next up we have Houdini. This one's a more darker, like I thought it was going to be kind of taupey. This one definitely feels like wet to the touch. So, but it's more like the antique gold, but still very, very shiny. And then, but like, can you see, like that one's actually like wet feeling. I guess it makes sense because it's called a mousse. Then maybe the first one is dry. I don't know. This one is Champagne Whiz. You can get these on JCat's website or also on Ulta. So this is Champagne Whiz. It's a little more, like I was expecting it to be champagne, but this one's more of like a pink color. So that was it for the Prismetal, because this other JCat is actually a different formula, and I don't like this one as good. This is just one of their loose pigments, and it is a little bit messy. I didn't even see a shade on it, but you can see it's like literally all over. It looks beautiful, but it is a process. You definitely have to use like a glitter glue with this guy, but you do get quite a bit of texture, as you can see. Let me put it next to these ones. But see, then I swatch it and I'm like, I can't get rid of it. It's too pretty. I would actually almost argue that this one has more like reflectiveness than the Prismetal ones. So I'm gonna, I'm not doing very good. I do this every time I go to declutter stuff. go into another Tarte. Should be closely, actually this is Frosé. This is a big one. Let's see if this one, how it's looking. Okay, so this one seems to be, let me swatch it just really quick just to make sure that it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of the smaller one and keep the larger one just because I felt like that came out easier and it's not as clumpy as my small one is. A couple more Tarte ones and then we are done. This one is Top Yacht. This is one, if you've heard of these, you've probably heard of Top Yacht. This one is the nice like goldy bronze color. This one I'm for sure keeping. It makes a beautiful part of a halo eye. It's not quite that textured. I just think I grabbed a little too much there. So that's just your basic gold, but very reflective and gorgeous. That is Top Yacht. I'm gonna keep Top Yacht on here because this is this is a much deeper bronze. Whoa, I got so lucky there because there's no little stopper in this one. Let's see what this one's, a little chunk-a-munk. Let's see what she looks like next to Top Yacht. Wow. She has a really, really pretty color. I just don't know if I would, I think that's almost just a little too warm for me. And it doesn't have a little stopper, so I'm going to pass this one on. Yay, you guys, I'm doing good. Next up here, we have something from ColourPop. Is this in the wrong place? Nope. Well, I guess technically. This is a Jelly Mutt shadow. I talked about this not too long ago. This is in Bouquet. It's from the Flutterby collection. It is a Jelly Mutt shadow. This formula is a bit tricky. I have this one. And I also have, I don't think it's in here, but I bought the one from Nightmare Before Christmas, the barrel one, the kind of goldish one. I don't really use these a whole lot, but they are really, really pretty when I do. It's just a really sheer topper, but it catches the light so well. And I really like to use this with like pink and purple looks. This is a Jelly Mutt that we'll have to see if it's dried up or not. This is from the Garden Variety collection. This is in She Grown. I've had this one for a while. But look, I mean, just look at the reflectivity on that. It's like insane. The stuff on the top is kind of dry. Yeah, this one is a little dried out, but let's see if we can get a swatch out of it. It still swatches okay. Oh no, I think this one's my favorite. I'm gonna set it aside. I have like 4 of these. I'm only gonna keep one of them. So here are the other 3 of these. Let's see if these ones are as dried out. This one reminds me a lot actually of Beryl from the Nightmare Before Christmas. That kind of gold with the green shift. This one's called Sage Bundle, and this one is so pretty. Please don't be dried out. I'm glad now they put them in glass jars, so hopefully they won't dry out as fast. Okay, this one is much more pliable still than the orange one. Let's see. Definitely have like a putty texture to them. I feel like people either love these or they hate them. So you can see the shine on there. It kind of reminds me of the Tarte one, the Frosé. But this one's definitely less dry than the first one we did. Let's check this guy. Ooh, this one I loved because I loved my orange so much. This one is definitely Dry City. I think there is a way to revive these, but like, do I really use it enough to want to revive them? Ah, it's so pretty though. I'm not sure. That one's very dry. Put that over here for a second. Let's check this last one. This one is Desert Days. It's weird that they're all in the same packaging, but the first one wasn't dry. This one is super, super dry. You can see just by like looking at it. I think that's why they changed the packaging. Okay, so, 2 of 1, 2 of 2. 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 2 of I'm going to hang on to the sage one just because it's still usable and I actually really like that color. I think that'd be nice for Christmas with just like a green, like a light green shadow or a gold shadow, and then put that on. And then these guys, unfortunately, are going in the trash. Okay, so now we're going to tackle these Urban Decay Moon Dust. These were on, I think, the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And I just grabbed the ones that they had. Oh, Icy's here. Hopefully he doesn't knock the camera over. These two almost look the same, but one is Space Cowboy and one is Cosmic. So let's swatch those side by side first. I know I'm keeping Space Cowboy because it's like an old classic. It's definitely one of my favorites. It is so wet looking. I wish Urban Decay still made really cool stuff like this. Like, look at that. Just, hi, my cat knocked the light over. Good job, buddy. Is that still okay? Okay. Just super wet, looking really nice. Then let's do Cosmic. This one's like a lighter color. You can definitely like see the difference in the light there. This makes a really nice like inner corner shade. So I'm going to keep both of those. So next up we have Solstice. This one is so beautiful. If you've never seen this one swatched, you're in for a treat. There it is on my hand. I just love this. It's kind of like a sheer reddish purple base with the green reflect. I know it looks like, what are the Tarte ones? I'm like spacing on the name right now, but we just swatched it not that long ago. But two totally different formulas, and like one's more like kind of wet feeling and this one's definitely just a dry shadow. So I am keeping that guy. Then we have Glitter Rock. I should probably wipe my hand off a little bit. See how easily those come off because they are just like a dry shadow. Glitter Rock's more like a purpley one. These are very sheer, but when you catch them in the light, it's like magic. So I would highly recommend like applying these like over another shadow. It doesn't have to be a black, just any shadow will do. And then last but not least, we have Lithium. This is another one of my favorites. Sometimes I'll even use this as like my darker like outer corner, but it is super, super sparkly. So that is Lithium. And again, these are all new. I just repurchased and replaced my old packaging ones in September. So next up, we have another Touch in Soul. This is Aurora Taupe. This is another really pretty one. I really love this formula because it's lightweight, but it still shows the texture so well. And I just love this. It's taupe, but it has, can you guys see the pink reflect in there too? So it's like, keeps it from getting to be too dark because it has that like slight pink reflect in it. Very like, I don't know. I just think it's really special. A really special shade. These were actually sent to me by the brand and I really appreciate it. They sent me a bunch of their stuff. This is, what are these called? The Diamond Lights finishers, sorry. These are super messy. You definitely have to use glitter glue, but they are so pretty. This one reminds me a little bit of the Solstice one. And then this one of Glitter Rock, but let's show you what these look like. They're loose though, is the thing. Isis, stop. Hold please. Okay, hopefully that doesn't fall over again. I don't even remember what I said this one was called. Ghosty, please don't knock my light over, buddy. If you see it go down, it was Ghost this time. Stop! Okay, so that one, I'll have to turn it over in a second. Very sheer these guys are. I'm trying to get enough on my finger to, well, you can see it on my finger for sure. But I guess you kind of like tap these into the lid. This is why I really don't use these this much, because one, it's hard to get out without getting too much out, but they are really pretty. They're just really sheer. This one was called Banger. Sorry. I just really like the green reflect to it. It's pretty special to my collection. And then this one was called Epiphany. This one I really like. This one came out with the oh, they're like angelic looking one. Gosh. It had like pinks and like it kind of looked like an Easter palette. Why am I drawing a blank? And it had the cherubs on it. It came out with that palette as like a side piece. Very textured, very pretty. Oh my god, these cats, seriously. Look at that. Messy, but worth the mess, you know what I'm saying? This is just a single from Pat McGrath Labs. This is in Divine Mink. I forgot I had this, to be honest. It's just one of the singles she recently had on her like $10 sale. It's not really sparkly per se, it's just reflective, but it's kind of like a steely color. My last two Touch and Soul ones here, we have Honey Brown and Golden Tangerine. I'll start with Golden Tangerine because given my love for orange and this formula in general, like I know this isn't going anywhere. There it is on my hand, or on my finger. And that, I'll just show you the difference in the two shades. So that's the Tangerine one. It definitely is like a tan, almost like a tan brown, which makes sense. Tangerine. But I mean, just look at that shine. Like, these are insane. And so affordable. I think even full price, if you don't get them on like BoxyCharm or something, they're like $15, $16. And they're so, so pretty. Let me wipe that finger off so you can get a good look at this one. Again, this was the honey shade. Just look at that. Look at that texture. And right there, so you can kind of see the difference in the shades there. These ones are pretty close. Probably don't technically need both, but because I love the formula so much and the texture, and they're little, they're not taking up too much space, I'm going to keep it. This is a pigment from Terra Moons. I don't even think you can get this anymore, but I just want to show you. I know that they're selling flakies now, but they used to have pigments. And this one is the first pigment I ever bought. And it's called Glass Slipper. And look at that. Like, what? This is so beautiful. You have to use a good amount of glitter glue with it, that's for sure. But look at this. Like, this is so sparkling and gorgeous. Like, it literally takes my breath away. I just think it's so pretty. It adds an extra dimension to literally any look. I'm not kidding when I say, you guys, I have sparkles freaking everywhere. Okay, let's do the very last little tart one. This one is, what is this one called? Citrine. Another orangey one. I can't remember if this one swatches like deeper than it looks or lighter than it looks, because I was really intimidated by it when I first seen it. It's definitely like less orange and more like a rust color. This one's kind of getting the little lumpies in it. This one we're going to declutter. I'm so proud of myself. We're up to 4 on the declutter side now. Okay, we're down to 2. Really appreciate it if you made it all the way through. Leave me a rainbow emoji so I know you're a ride or die. Or no, how about a Christmas tree? How about a rainbow and a Christmas tree? How about that? This is from the It's Belle, the Flares Remixed palette. And I liked this color so much that I also bought it in a single. This is just so, so beautiful. I have a couple I found dupes in my collection. It reminds me of, from this season, the MAC Shade Shifter Duochromes. The one right before your eyes. And this one are quite similar. But it must be that green reflect with the like sheer purple in the base. because as you guys have seen now, this is probably the third or fourth one like this in my collection. And honestly, the color is similar, but the formulas are all different. This one is definitely a pressed formula, but it's really flaky. Like it's one where it's like flaking all over the lid, but it is absolutely beautiful and it has so much shine to it. Like I had to have a backup. So I have this one, the one in the palette, and then I found this exact shade, I think in a Sugar Drizzle palette as well. So there's that one. Keeping, I think that goes without saying. And then the last one, but the certainly not least, this one's actually very, very pretty. Oh, wait, I have one more. Sorry, I just lied. This isn't even the last one. Hold on. I only have one more after this though. As Paulina Beauty would say, we have a fresh tete every time we take the stopper out. And you keep it so it doesn't dry out. And then you get to have a titty for next time. This is in good old Reflect. This is the Hourglass Scattered Light. These ones are stunning. Just really nice. If you're not into like buying indie or, you know, you like more like high end, this one is a really nice, just everyday color with lots of shine. Speaking of like everyday higher end luxury, let me grab the newest addition to my collection. This packaging is just the prettiest. The reflective, like the attention to detail just gets me. I bought mine in the shade Pillow Talk because Paulina said out of the ones she got, this was the best one that showed up the most and had the most sparkle. So that's the one I got. It is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is what the top looks like, almost like a raised jewel. The packaging is really nice. This is acrylic though, not glass. We have our little titty maker there, but this one I didn't press hard enough down. I wore this on my eyes yesterday. This one feels almost like wet to the touch. So you're gonna have to make sure if you get these that you keep the cap on tight so they don't dry out. But let me get a little bit more. This is just a nice sheer pink with Reflect. Obviously, it's Pillow Talk. We all know that they go together. So then when you're done, you just press in there, keep it nice and hydrated. Make sure you get your lid on tight. But this one's like, it's not as in your face as a lot of the other ones for sure, but I think it has its place in my collection and it's really, really pretty. I almost forgot these two that I got from Jacqueline Cosmetics. I have Glassy and North Star. These are very similar in feel to the Charlotte Tilbury. Let me swatch them. So this is Glassy. It would probably be shinier under the lights. You can see it in the pot. I already tore everything down and I realized in editing that I'd forgotten this. And then this is North Star. So you can see North Star right above Glassy. These are $26 a piece, and I would definitely recommend the Charlotte Tilbury over these ones. Touch and Soul probably over all of them. Say hi. Say, give me some treats, Mom. Don't you know why I'm here? So I didn't do as good as far as decluttering goes, but on the other hand, I was able to, again, take a nice look and remember some of the beautiful things that I have. Because going into the first of the year, you guys, I'm definitely going to be doing some sort of like a form of low buy. I have way too much stuff. It's not a financial thing. It's just I feel like I'm being socially irresponsible. I will continue to buy new releases, of course, for reviews. Just I'm going to be also, you know, working in some content using things that I already have, things that maybe you already have, and, you know, going like some head-to-heads with old palettes, get readies with me, stuff like that. But now that I was able to go through these and remember what beautiful shadows I have, it kind of takes the urge away from jumping in and buying something new right now. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching me. Don't forget to put a Christmas tree and a rainbow if you made it till the end. Also, if you are just finding on this declutter, go back to Vlogmas Day 1 and check that out because I am giving away the Laura Lee Los Angeles blush palette. In the description box is a link to a Google form for that contest or for that giveaway, and that's going through the 10th of December. So if you want a chance to win that blush palette, then please head over there, watch that video, give it a like, and fill out the Google form. It's super easy, just contact information because YouTube keeps deleting comments with Instagram handles or emails. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.